Exclusive. Sanwo increases Alpha Beta's monthly payment to 2.5 billion naira to fund Tinubu's presidential ambition. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. Nigerians had long feared Mr. Tinubu's presidential ambition will be born by the politician's vessel of ill-gotten cash and unredeemed favors. These people, the way they are, as in their headlines, the way they make it, these bloggers, well, 80 to 90% of Nigerians will think this way. The remaining 20, of course, who Tinubu has helped in one way or the other, who he has paid forward for, it is now to pay your dues. So now, not only are they paying their dues, but they are paying from the coffers of Lagos State. And then they want this man to be our president. This man that made, in fact, let's just stop here. If you're a youth and you're still busy shouting Jagaban, and you're still busy shouting Osibanjo, people who are old, recycled politicians, most especially, you are not okay. You are telling your future generation that it will never be well with them. Let me make it clear for you. Do you know that anything done in Nigeria now will affect the future generations to come? If you want to ensure that Nigeria does not remain the same in its poor, deteriorating state for the next generation to come, we must start now to work. We must start now to rebuild Nigeria. And if you don't put in somebody who is agile enough, who is disciplined enough to do things, who power does not intoxicate, we have lost it. 2023 remains our only opportunity to do that. If we miss it, I don't know how the miracle will happen. But the only miracle that can come our way is to ensure that we no longer vote people in via party. We no longer vote people in because of popularity. We no longer vote people in because of what they have done for my family, what they did for my grandfather's family, what they did for my uncle's family or my family. No. We vote in someone who is competent, who is neutral on all grounds, somebody who is a Democrat, somebody who is a person of integrity, whose actions and words harmonize. Somebody who will not come and tell us super story or sing us rhymes of, I'm going to make electricity stable, I'm going to end the insecurity. You don't want stories like that. We want somebody who will come with a roadmap. How he will do this thing, who he will work with, how long he's going to be testing the policies he's going to be bringing to the table. The best, how he's going to pick ministers that are the best of the best, that know their owners. Give us such person, and let's all together. We all know that, yes, the right man coming in, number one. Secondly, him choosing finance advisors and ministers and people who he's going to be working with, who are on the same mission with him. Then the citizens too will play their part. The news in detail, please stay with us. Governor Babajide's Sanwo has boosted monthly financial allocation to Alpha Beta LLC from 800 million under his two immediate predecessors to 2.5 billion at present. People Gazette can report as Bola Tinubu begins calling in favors towards his presidential objective next year. State officials and financial records obtained by the Gazette detailed how Mr. Sanwo started paying 2.5 billion naira to Alpha Beta, the controversial tax processor for the nation's commercial capital, about a year after he assumed office. In an arrangement, officials said it was aimed at warehousing funds for Tinubu's campaign. Our findings suggest a marker of how Mr. Tinubu still maintains a dreadful leverage over a state he last ran nearly 2 decades ago, and the stretch Mr. Sanwo would cover to indulge demand largely credited with shooting him from political shadows to the center stage. Mr. Tinubu became the first major contender to publicly disclose interest in leading the continent's most populous and largest economy, an ambition every Nigerians had long suspected would be born by the politician's vessel of ill-gotten cash and unredeemed favors. Open secret. Alpha Beta was incorporated in 2002 to handle computation, tracking and reconciliation of internally generated revenue in Lagos. Mr. Tinubu was governor at the time, and the Pliable State Assembly set the firm's monthly commission at 10% of accrued revenue. Mr. Tinubu concluded his 2 terms as Lagos State Governor in 2007, and shortly thereafter, his fingerprints started magnifying around Alpha Beta's business. In 2010, Mr. Tinubu's alleged greed was blamed for a month-long confrontation with Tunde Fashola, his successor, who had pushed back against arbitrary and exorbitant monthly payment to Alpha Beta. As part of Mr. Fashola's effort to curb Tinubu's successes, Alpha Beta monthly payments since 2015 hovered around 800 million per month. According to financial records reviewed by the Gazette, Mr. Fashola left office after 2 terms in 2015. He was succeeded by Akinwumi Ambode, who also left the arrangement at 800 million per month throughout his 4-year tenure. Mr. Tinubu continues to deflect questions about his interest in Alpha Beta, but behind the scenes, funds transferred to the firm from Lagos government account have been directly traced to his family members, business interests, and political cronies. In November 2020, the Gazette exposed suspicious financial dealings between Alpha Beta and Ocean Trust, an offshore shell venture which Mr. Tinubu has been using to empty funds into Lagos-based media group, TVC, and other business he had publicly admitted owing. In March 2021, the Gazette reported that Mr. Tinubu has been under EFCC investigation for graft since at least August 2020. Mr. Tinubu denied corruption allegation, and authorities have yet to bring any charges against him. Tinubu Group of Companies. As of early 2020, but no later than July, Mr. Sanwo had increased Alpha Beta's share of state revenue to 2.5 billion naira to bolster Mr. Tinubu's urge in what political observers anticipate would be a hotly contested race for the ruling party's ticket, according to documents and officials. Records said Alpha Beta received 2,345,816,266 naira 122 kobo and 2,377,356.55 naira into its UBA account number 10214770046 from Lagos government accounts on July 2nd, 2020, and again on July 24th. The breeze will blow and the bum of the fowl will open. On this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.